I'm really excited to announce another podcast, and it's so great that we are able to syndicate it on the Neil Haley Show again, which is on a network of 5 million listeners a week. We are syndicating 150 plus stations, and the show we're going to do is called Toss C3 Podcast with the founder, Greg Hanna, and he's a cybersecurity expert. Greg, thanks for stopping by, and I'm excited about doing this weekly with you because you're going to really, inform me about what's going on when it comes to cybersecurity, right?
I'm excited to do it too, and I appreciate the opportunity, Neil.
Absolutely. And so to kind of talk about specifically enough, the biggest news in cybersecurity now, and the reason why everyone's concerned is called ransomware. And once somebody puts ransomware on your business is pretty much in deep trouble and are going to have to pay a lot of money, right?
Yeah, 100%. Ransomware came out actually originally back in the 50s, believe it or not. But most people heard about the WannaCry. That was the big attack. That was, maybe 2012 back then. And effectively what it does is if you click on something, it gets into the memory, it goes onto the computers, and then it locks down your data on your hard drives. So you can't get into the data, it's encrypted. And then they ask you for Bitcoin or whatever to send you a code to release the information. But what's really happened over the past couple of years is that ransomware has become a data breach event. And what I mean by that is not only are they locking it down, but at the point of locking it down, they're exfiltrating your information from within your business to outside your business, to the internet, to themselves, so that they can have it and put it on the dark web and then really threaten you. So they've been really going after large companies and successful companies like law firms, healthcare facilities, unfortunately hospitals and others are big targets because the cost of the data is so expensive that they can get these people to spend hundreds of thousands, millions or tens of millions of dollars to get it back.
See, that's powerful because the fact is that people don't understand based on one of your employees making a mistake, opening up an email they shouldn't open up, or somehow downloading some sort of software on their laptop, or especially with COVID and a lot of people still working from home, it's over, right? It's pretty much they're in trouble, and it's going to cost them a lot of money and possibly lots of people's data.
Yeah, and the scary thing is that what's old is new again, right? So getting these emails that have ads in them or hyperlinks that are going to a place that it says it is, but it's not, is happening more prevalently than ever. And it's being targeted. In fact, even our company is being targeted. The CFO has passed me several emails that are supposedly coming from employees of ours asking, for adjustments or changes, or, here's my new bank account number to send my direct deposit, things of all that nature. And if you look at the URL where you highlight or you click on the email to say, oh, this is from Neil Haley, and you click on it and you say, no, it's actually not from Neil Haley. It's from some other dude from someplace in another country. And this stuff is going on constantly. Just yesterday, I got 3 different emails from Intuit, who makes QuickBooks software, saying that it's time for me to renew. Now, I do the renewal, so I know it's in December, but they're saying, hey, it's coming up tomorrow. Here's the link. Click here. Here's your quote. Here's an invoice. All this stuff. It's just ridiculous.
And then someone from your staff might accidentally do it, right? Because they just don't understand. And what makes this so powerful for people if they contact you today and schedule a call is the fact that you have the #1 product when it comes to ransomware. Explain that.
Yeah. So actually, I came out with this back right after the WannaCry virus. I own 3 data centers. I have tens of thousands of users that I'm responsible for. And I woke up in a cold sweat and a panic after the WannaCry. I'm like, what happens if we get ransomware inside one of our servers? It's going to spread throughout the entire fleet, and all my clients are going to be locked down. We'll be out of business. It's going to be real painful. So we developed, spent millions of dollars, came up with this service, a combination of a service and enterprise software that we OEM from #1 vendor that's in the Gartner right-hand quadrant. And we've wrapped that around a guarantee from Lloyd's of London and a service that's 24/7 managed and does the remediation and the updates and so on. And we guarantee that you can't get hacked by ransomware on our service to $1 million by Lloyd's of London.
Wow. So basically, the software will catch these people that make the mistakes, right? You're
Yeah,
always
like what I
providing those tips where you see something come from, let's just say, Facebook, and saying, "Oh my gosh, my Facebook was hacked. Oh my goodness!" And you're going, and it's a ransomware situation, and someone clicked on it, and it just downloaded into the database, and then that's it. But your software will stop that.
Yeah. So I'd like to explain it to, let's say, like a C-suite executive is look, your user is the last line of defense for your company, right? Microsoft, you trust them to come in the building. Microsoft trusts them to log into your environment and have, unfettered access to the data and to all the drives and all the connections. So what we really need to do is to protect the employee from themselves and protect the business from the employee. And that's what our software does. People can click all day long and we just kill and quarantine it. Nothing happens.
Oh my goodness. So that's great because you're monitoring it and
Yeah.
doing that. And it's such a great thing. So people today, they want to contact you. They can go where? Right now and schedule a call.
Yeah, just go to tossc3.com, tossc3.com, click on free consultation. I'll be happy to speak with you.
All right. So we're going to continue to talk about cybersecurity, provide those tips, especially for C-suites, because again, you have a Facebook group that if you're a C-suite executive, you can join, and it's very simple and it will be available very soon. So that will be something update from the podcast as well, because the bottom line is that your mission is to educate people in the C-suite of how they can eliminate the cybersecurity dangers of their companies, right?
Correct. In plain English, without the binary and the buzz and the bips and the bops and all the tech jargon.
All right. Well, thanks again, Greg. Look forward to our podcast again next week. Take care.
It's a pleasure, Neil. Take care.
That's it.